The Eltanin Antenna, an unusual underwater structure discovered in 1964, has long been the subject of speculation and debate among researchers, theorists, and those with a keen interest in the unknown. Named after the USNS Eltanin, the Antarctic oceanographic research ship that first photographed the structure, the Eltanin Antenna is a mysterious object located deep beneath the Antarctic Ocean. The Eltanin Antenna was first photographed on August 29, 1964, by a team of researchers aboard the USNS Eltanin, an American research vessel tasked with conducting oceanographic studies in the Antarctic region. The photograph, taken at a depth of approximately 13,500 feet or 4,115 meters in the Antarctic Ocean, depicted an unusual, seemingly artificial structure that resembled an antenna or a piece of advanced technology. The discovery immediately sparked curiosity and controversy, with many wondering about the origins and purpose of the enigmatic object. The Eltanin Antenna is characterized by its complex, symmetrical structure, which appears to consist of a central rod surrounded by a series of curved, evenly spaced spokes. Its appearance has been likened to that of a radio antenna, a piece of advanced machinery, or even an advanced artifact. Despite its seemingly artificial appearance, the Eltanin Antenna has been found to be made of natural materials, primarily a type of sponge known as Cladorhiza concrescens. Since its discovery, the Eltanin Antenna has been the subject of numerous theories. Many researchers believe that the Eltanin Antenna is simply a unique and unusual natural formation. The structure's composition, primarily made up of the Cladorhiza concrescens sponge, supports this theory. The symmetrical appearance of the structure, while intriguing, can be explained by the growth patterns of this particular sponge species. Theorists and proponents of alternative history have suggested that the Eltanin Antenna is an artificial structure, possibly created by an advanced ancient civilization or even advanced beings. They argue that the object's intricate and symmetrical appearance is indicative of intelligent design rather than a natural process. However, this theory has been largely debunked by scientific research that has identified the structure as a type of sponge. Another theory posits that the Eltanin Antenna is a hoax or the result of misinterpretation. This theory suggests that the original photograph taken by the USNS Eltanin may have been tampered with or misinterpreted by researchers and the media, leading to the widespread belief in the existence of an unexplained structure. The Eltanin Antenna remains an enigmatic and intriguing discovery that has captivated the imagination of researchers and the public alike for over half a century. Although scientific research has identified the structure as a type of sponge, its striking appearance and the enduring controversy surrounding its origins continue to fuel speculation and debate. The Eltanin Antenna serves as a testament to the enduring human fascination with the unknown and the unexplained, and as a reminder of the countless mysteries that still lie hidden beneath the depths of our oceans. Scientists call for the ocean to be legally treated as a living being. Our ocean is an extraordinary place. It's the beginning of all life and from whence we all came. Therefore, humanity's overall treatment of it seems extremely cruel when we consider all the wrongs we have done towards it. For centuries, it has provided us with substance and resources. It's responsible for much of the oxygen that allows us to breathe in our atmosphere. Despite this, our oceans remain the lowest priority when it comes to battles against climate change and environmental concerns. Scientists are calling for better recognition of the ocean in hopes of salvaging it for the future. Many believe that without change, the oceans could be lost to us forever. Biologist Michelle Bender and Rachel Bustamante from the Earth Law Center, USA, have released their research and argument in PLOS Biology, a scientific paper. Bender and Bustamante have stated maintaining the status quo of environmental law equates to the legalized destruction of nature. International law needs to evolve to reflect the ocean's inherent rights to exist, flourish, and regenerate. Ocean health is human health. It's notable that they capitalized nature in their statement to reflect their belief that nature deserves to be acknowledged as its own being. They claim that nature deserves to be viewed as equal to humans and not as a resource for us to demolish and abuse. This argument that the ocean should be considered a being in its own right falls under the modern concept of Earth law, which dictates that humans should see the world itself as something sacred to be protected and respected. Biologists hope to raise awareness of this movement to have the Earth recognized as something to support under legal constitutions, such as the right to exist. Simply put, certain groups believe that the Earth deserves to share our universal human rights. Bustamante and Bender write, building upon Earth law and rights of nature understandings, ocean-centered governance recognizes the ocean as a living entity, advancing law, policy, and institutional action that centers the needs of the ocean in decision-making. The UN General Assembly publicly announced in late 2017 that the era between 2021 and 2030 would focus on repairing the harm done to the oceans, and that the UN would place further consideration into aquatic research and figure out ways to make our coexistence with the ocean and its creatures sustainable and less damaging to the environment. In 2015, scientists released the first universal ocean assessment, which opened the eyes of many communities as to how deeply the seas were suffering. The report revealed that climate change, overfishing, resource gathering, and most importantly, pollution have impacted the oceans more than previously anticipated. Since then, researchers have been working out ways to solve this ever-growing problem in hopes of rescuing oceanic life before it's too late. As things stand, the situation keeps getting worse. Little is being done to subvert the consequences of our actions, which are already occurring and destroying the ocean by filling it with trash, oil spills, and immense amounts of carbon dioxide. Ocean life projected to end in mass extinction. Scientists fear that an aquatic mass extinction is underway. According to recent studies, nearly 90% of selected aquatic species have been marked for high-priority endangerment or thought to be at severe risk of going extinct in the next century. Biologists warn that due to the overwhelming amount of carbon in the water, the environment of the sea is changing fast, for the worse. The Dalhousie University of Canada has assembled a team of respected scientists and researchers to investigate sea life. Their findings revealed that the 25,000 species they have observed, nearly all of them will fall to extinction if nothing is done to lessen the situation. If our greenhouse gas emissions stay at these high rates, many of these oceanic creatures, protozoans, bacteria, algae, fish, and sea mammals will vanish from the planet by the year 2100. Other research revealed that creatures higher on the food chain are more likely to perish than those lower on it. A wide range of oceanic ecosystems will be affected, including but not limited to the Coral Triangle, Australian coasts, the Red Sea, the Gulfs of Persia and Thailand, and the Caribbean. The study has been quite startling and sobering, in the words of ecologist Daniel Boyce of the Institute of Oceanography. Notably, Boyce notes that this is still speculation and nothing is set in stone, but that it could be a potential outcome of the consequences of global warming. According to Boyce, it's the worst-case scenario, and when we evaluated that scenario, we found that there was a very grim picture for the climate risk for marine species. If even a handful of these species were to fade out of existence as a result of extinction, it would reap horrific results on the world's many ecosystems and would impact the world food chain directly. 252 million years ago was the last time the planet suffered a major extinction event, where 90% of life was demolished, deemed to be the Great Dying by researchers. We can only hope that adequate actions will be taken to prevent such a tragic future for our planet. Ancient traces of a giant ocean have just been discovered. Mars, as we know it, is a wasteland devoid of greenery and flowing liquid water. However, that does not mean it has always been that way. Scientists have suspected that Mars was once a watery oasis, and now, due to a recent discovery, they have more proof than ever. According to scientists, 3.5 billion years ago, the dust-covered barren surface of Mars possessed a beautiful ocean that spread for supposed hundreds of thousands of kilometers squared. Their proof? Shorelines. Recent research into Mars's geology provides evidence of past, long-gone shorelines in the way the planet is shaped. Using various images obtained by satellites sent to photograph Mars, researchers were able to zoom in and analyze its surface. Because scientists have pictures of the same location from different angles, they were able to put the pieces together into an elaborate local map, thus allowing them to study it up close. Over 4,000 miles of water-caused ridges have been located. Scientists believed these ridges are either underwater channels or possibly markings of river deltas. Benjamin Cardenas, a geoscientist from the University of Pennsylvania, states, "On Earth, we chart the history of waterways by looking at sediment that is deposited over time. We call that stratigraphy, the idea that water transports sediment and you can measure the changes on Earth by understanding the way that sediment piles up. That's what we've done here. But it's Mars." With research collected by the Mars Reconnaissance Orbiter, scientists were even able to determine how thick these ridges are and utilize topographical techniques in hopes of uncovering more about our neighboring planet's history. The team found evidence of rising sea levels on Mars that caused increased currents in rivers, all of which were memorized in the sands and sediment of the planet. As we understand where there is water, there is life, this discovery suggests it was definitely possible for the red planet to sustain life at some point prior in cosmic history, although this is still unproven beyond mere speculation. Cardenas notes, "What immediately comes to mind as one of the most significant points here is that the existence of an ocean of this size means a higher potential for life. It also tells us about the ancient climate and its evolution. Based on these findings, we know there had to have been a period when it was warm enough and the atmosphere was thick enough to support this much liquid water at one time." But what do you make of these recent discoveries? Be sure to let us know your thoughts in the comment section below and help us grow this community while working to solve these unexplained mysteries. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more videos.